And when you're lying down, make yourself comfortable. You know, you don't have to lie with the legs straight, or if you feel like adjusting your position for the next few minutes, you can always adjust. You may want to have your knees bent. You may want to lie on your side. But we're spending the next few minutes in what we call our centering time, and that is to try and move away from the high energy and busyness of your day. Bring everything down, slow it down. And the slowing down and the quietening of the mind and the body is important because we want to be focused for the next few minutes as we practice on the mat. And it's important that we're focused in the moment, that we're noticing how we feel each moment as we practice, so that we can be sensitive to how our body is, how it feels. We can ease back when we need to take a rest. And we can also sense what muscles are working and ensuring that there's no pain or discomfort. So we want this class to be challenging, but by no means causing any pain or discomfort. So with the eyes closed and making the body as comfortable as you can, relaxing all of the muscles in the body, letting the bones just release, feeling the bones dropping down to the earth. And allowing yourself the next few minutes of this class to escape the day that you've had. Just let it all go aside. Letting the mind quieten. And just focusing on your breath, the inhale and the exhale. As you breathe in and breathe out, noticing how that breath flow is this evening. Our breath flow is a great indicator of how we are at any time in the day. You'll notice if you're stressed or under pressure, the breath flow is fast-paced. When you're relaxed, the breath flow is slow. So noticing how your flow of breath is now, not judging it, just noticing. Noticing if that flow of breath is smooth, or if there's a little bit of jumpy jerkiness in the flow of the breath. And we want to try and slow the pace of the breath down. Lengthening the inhale, lengthening the exhale. And there are many muscles around the chest, around the rib cage, around the back, that need to move in and out to accommodate that flow of your breath. And if those muscles are just feeling a bit tight today, then all around the rib cage and around the chest and the back, all around the wrap around the back, if they feel a little bit tight, just give yourself a chance to slow down the breath. Deepening the inhale just a little bit every time. And allowing your muscles that surround that area around the, wrapping around the front and around the back, allowing those muscles time to warm up. So rather than expecting the breath to take that nice, slow, calm pace, all of a sudden, just give yourself time. Gradually deepening the breath. Each time you inhale, making the inhale just a little bit longer. And with each exhale, making the exhale a little bit longer. And as you inhale, you're making the inhale longer. You're making the inhale a bit deeper. So think about filling the lungs. Think about the space around the lungs, 2 lungs. Think about those lungs like they're 2 balloons. They're expanding out as you inhale, and relaxing back as you exhale. Calm mind, calm body. Letting the breath flow smooth and slow. And in your mind, picturing space and openness with each inhale. With each exhale, picturing calm, peace. Whatever your picture in your mind might be that represents calm and peace. Sensing calm and peace maybe with each exhale. Inhaling space and openness throughout the body as you inhale. Exhaling calm, peace, releasing down to the earth. As you breathe slowly, letting all the muscles in the body to continue to relax, letting go of any tension. If you notice any little bits of tension that are still there, just see if with your mind, if you can tell that part of the body to totally relax. In your mind, as you continue to breathe in and out, count the length of your inhale, and it may be a count of 4 or 5 or 6, and let the exhale be the same length. So counting the inhale in and counting the exhale. The inhale will be the same duration as the exhale. Whatever duration your breath is. Breathing in, breathing out. Thoughts of things that happened during your day today creep into the mind, just let them float away. Now leaving the count aside, Let your breath flow in a natural flow. Slowly turning the head to the right and to the left, introducing a little bit of movement to the neck. Lowering the ear on the left down towards the floor as you turn left. Lowering the ear on the right down towards the floor as you turn right. Nice and slowly. And as you turn your head right and left, notice if there's any tension in around the sides or the back of the neck. Just being aware of how your neck is. From the neck and the back down into the upper back. And if you're hearing some crackling in the neck, don't worry about that. Just you're unlocking some tightness that's there. Bringing your head back to center. And now bringing your right knee, lifting your right knee up towards your chest and bring your hands around the right knee. Let the left leg stretch long along the floor. And drawing the right knee in towards the chest, not forcing it, just drawing it in, just a teeny bit of pressure. And notice how that feels in at the top of the hip where the flexor muscles are. So just at the front where the hip joins in to the thigh, at the front area. Notice how that muscle feels as you draw the knee into the chest. And just let there be a little softness, a little bit of release. And then draw the right knee in again. And then relax, release the hand, let the right leg stretch long. Bring the left knee in towards the chest. With both hands drawing that left knee in towards the chest. Again, notice the hip on the left side. How does this feel as you draw the knee in? Particularly in at the muscles at the front of the hip. Drawing the knee in and then releasing, softening a bit. And then drawing the knee in again. Softening, draw the knee in again. And then relax the hands. Lengthen the left leg out onto the floor. Reach the arms up overhead, onto the floor behind you. Take a big inhale, lengthen through the arms and the legs. And as you exhale, release the arms back down to the floor. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale as you reach the arms back overhead, lengthen to feel the space along your back and through your spine. Exhale as you release. Doing just a third one, and then we'll finish up on the third one. Get that lovely bit of juiciness lengthening through the spine. Bending the knees, feet on the floor, rolling over onto your side, any side at all. We're going to come up to stand and we're going to do our warm up from standing. So it was a set of exercises that we did last week. We're going to do them again just to get the energy flowing through the body and get the muscles strengthened and just get the blood flowing. Okay, so starting off with the legs hip distance apart. Feet on the floor, and we're going to start with squats. So if you weren't here last week, feel free to just watch for a second and then join in. This is the first exercise. We're going to do 10 of them, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. So there's squats, the knees bend, the bum comes back out behind you as if you're sitting on a chair, arms reach out. So 1, we're going to do them fast. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next exercise, arms by the sides. The hands are facing towards the wall behind you. And we're just lifting the arms to shoulder height and then lowering. 1, 2. Now we're not swinging the arms wildly, we're in control of the arms. We're going to do 10 of these. You count them out yourself. And you can see I'm moving the arms vigorously. I'm not moving them slowly, I'm moving them vigorously. So we've done 10 of them. The next exercise, you have the fists out in front of you, palms are facing your legs, and we're going to swing the arms out and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're keeping the arms out and reaching them up. 10 of these, feeling the muscles all around your shoulder blades and the muscles along your back moving. When you've done 10 of them, the next exercise then is the elbows are in line with the shoulders and reaching up. I'm going to come down on my knees, but you keep standing up, reaching up 10 of these. Okay? I'm going to go start them on over again. So when you're doing the squats, watch that you're not bending too much. So if you feel that your knees are at you tonight and you feel like this is enough for you, that's fine. So only go as far as is comfortable, the bones sticking out behind. So we're going to do 10 of these. You count them out yourself. If you only can do 5 tonight, that's fine. Vigorously, getting the heat going in the body. Finish that, do 10 of the arm swings. Count out your own. Don't let those arms swing too much. You want to keep them in control. These are handy exercises to do at any time during your day. Do 10 of them. Next one. So you're clicking the hands when they meet the top and in the bottom. These are handy exercises to do a few times a day if you can. Get all the muscles moving. Okay, 10 of them. The last one, elbows are level with the shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more. All 3 of them, or all 4 of them again. Keep going, come on. Count out 10. Next one, the arms swinging. Next one, clicking at the hands. Last one, reaching up. You can probably feel it in your shoulders when you're doing this last one. Brilliant. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to up that to 20, and I'm not joking. We're going to up that to 20 next week. So we'll do 2 sets of 20. So today we did 3 sets of 10, we'll do 2 sets of 20, and you'll really feel it in your muscles when we move to that. Okay, so we're going to start from the top of the mat. We're going to start doing the yoga now. That was just a warm up. And you're going to come to the top of your mat, legs hip distance apart. And standing your feet flat on the mat. Looking straight ahead of you, arms down by your side, and just noticing the connection of the feet to the floor. Noticing the heels, the outer edges of the feet, up along to the baby toe, all the middle toes and the big toe. Noticing the arch as it lifts off the floor, and then all around the inside of the heel. As you inhale, reach the arms out and away from you and reaching up. And as you exhale, bring the arms away from you and bending the knees and come down. Just bring the arms down, the hands down towards the feet. We're going to do that again. We're going to reach up, inhale. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale as you fold forward. Let the knees bend as you fold forward. Hands come down towards the feet. Inhale, reaching up. Sensing how that feels for the muscles along the back as you reach up. Exhale as you fold down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, now bring the arms down by your side as you exhale. We're going to do a bit of swinging of the arms, so letting both arms make circles. So you're going to bring the arms out in front and then reaching them back. So what we want to try and do is get motion into those shoulders. So inhale as you reach up, exhale as you bring the arms down. Inhale, reaching up. As you're doing this exercise, keep there a little bend in the knees. So I want you to sense how it feels in your shoulders, how it feels in your upper back as you're doing this. You could increase the pace a little bit. But all of the time sensing how that feels in around the joint. You might feel like I can only reach out in front, but when I get around to the back and around to the sides, it really hurts. So don't force it, just do what you can. Change the direction now. So as you inhale, you're going to reach out away from you and bring the arms across you in front. Think about the broadening of the chest as you reach out. How does it feel again in your back, your upper back? And now finishing up, let the arms come back down by the side. So you're standing at the top of your mat, legs hip distance apart. We're going to start with some sun salutes, and we'll do a couple of some warm-up sun salutes. And then we'll add in a little bit of extra stuff, the really yummy stuff that I know you all love. So inhale, reach out and up. Exhale as you fold forward, let the knees bend, bring the hands to the mat, step your right foot back, and you're in a lunge position. Now if you feel that this is challenging for you, you can always you might have yoga blocks or you might have 2 books. Didn't come prepared tonight. So you might have 2 books. You might need to put your hands on your blocks or your books. Okay, so you know yourself if you need that space, that lift from the floor. So coming into that runner's lunge, my back knee is off the floor and I'm really lengthening through the back of the leg, through the heel. You can be on your fingertips for a few moments. And gazing down at the floor, getting a nice bit of length through the spine. And watch that you're not sinking or dropping the hips. You want to keep the hip muscles in control so you're not letting that pelvis drop down. You want to keep control over the pelvis. Now bring the palm of the hands to the floor and step your front foot back to plank. Now if you need to take the back knee down to do this, feel free to do that, and you can do it that way, okay? So you want to end up at plank position. Take a couple of breaths here. And then bring the knees down to the mat. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, bring your whole body down. So you're lying down on the mat. Coming into low cobra. My elbows, my forearms, and my hands are on the floor. Inhale as you lift up. Gaze is on the mat, you're looking at your mat. Exhale, lowering down. So you're lying down on your mat. Take a couple of moments here. Couple of breaths. Check your breath flow. Pressing both hands into the mat. You might need to lift the elbows a little bit. Press the hands into the mat, lifting up into hands and knees. Curl the toes under, come into downward dog. So coming into downward dog, keep the knees bent. Tailbone is pointing up towards the ceiling. Draw the tailbone up. Drawing the belly in towards the spine, keeping a nice long spine. And then start to lower one heel, the right heel and then the left heel. So you're doing a little pedaling. Now resist doing a very fast pedaling. Try and do it nice and slowly, so that you can get a sense of those hamstring muscles getting lengthened. You want to try and just get a bit of length into the muscles along the back of your legs. And by slowly lowering the heels and lifting, you're giving the muscles a chance to understand what you want them to do. And in time, when you're doing your downward dog, you'll be able to lower the heels to the floor with comfort when those hamstring muscles are lengthened a bit. Inhale up with your hands at the top of the mat. Exhale, stepping your right foot to the top of the mat and the left foot. And you can come to that whenever way suits you. That might not be easy to step forward like that. Both feet at the top of the mat. Inhale, reach the arms out. Palms together overhead. Exhale, palms down to heart center. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold forward. We're going to do the same set of exercises again. Hands to the hands of the mat. Except this time you're stepping the left foot back. All the way back. Use your books or your blocks if you need to for your hands. Lengthen through that left leg. Lengthening through the heel of the left foot. So I'm really making a lovely length through that back leg. Remember to keep a good bit of strength in your pelvis muscles. Keep those hips in control, not dropping the hips. And also keeping strong in that front leg. And when you're ready, in whatever way you need to do this, you're going to come into plank. So we're going to bring that right foot back to the back of the mat. Stepping back into plank. Take a couple of breaths here. Make sure your shoulders are over your wrists. Neck in line with the spine. And your legs are active. That means that your heels are pressing back towards the wall behind you. And the muscles of the backs of the legs are active. So I'm not letting the legs droop. Keeping the legs with the muscles active. On your next exhale, lower the knees, release the toes, lower the body down. So we're coming into low cobra. Elbows, forearms and palms are on the floor. So as you are lifting the head, neck and shoulders, taking your inhale here. Gazing down at the mat, not looking ahead of you, just looking at the mat. And as you exhale, lowering down. So bringing the hands onto the mat, just level with your chest, so the elbows are lifted. Pressing the hands in, coming up into tabletop, and then coming into downward dog. So you may need to walk the feet in a little bit to come into your downward dog. So when you're in downward dog, you're going to stay in that pose. So resist the fast kind of pedaling. Try and just take it nice and slow. Ease one heel at a time to the floor. And see then maybe, maybe this time you might not need to pedal as much. You might be able to draw both heels towards the floor. And just sense how that feels for your legs. Have a sense of how it feels maybe in your hands as well, because the hands on the mat, you want the strength through the thumb and the index finger. And then all around the outer edges of the heel of the hand. Inhale up towards your hands, the top of the mat. And if you can step your left foot first forward and then the right. And when all meet at the top of the mat, both feet strong to the floor. Inhale, reach the hands out and up as you come all the way up. Exhale, draw the palms to heart center. Release the arms down by the side. Take a moment, check in with your breath. Check in with the body. Okay, so we're going to do those, for the people who weren't here last week, that is the core center of our moving in and out on the mat. But we are also going to be doing some extra exercises. So the first set of sun salutes on the right and the left, we're going to be doing some push-ups. And then on the second set, we'll be doing push-ups and we'll be doing, God, I forgot what the next exercise is. We'll be doing some back lifts with some extension through the arms. And then the third set,
we'll be doing those first two exercises and the extra ones that are the three-legged dog, lifting the legs and coming into a plank. So I'm adding extra exercises each time, so it is going to get stronger and you may feel tired as you go along. Remember to take a break if you need to. I will sometimes suggest a break, but if I don't and you need a break, you take your break when you want it. Okay, so inhale, reach out, lifting up through the arms. Exhale, bring the arms back down, folding forward, bend the knees, hands to the mat, step the right foot all the way back to the back of the mat, lengthen through the right leg, through the heel, strong in the left leg, engaging the muscles in the thigh and in the calf muscle on the left leg, the front leg, pressing your front foot into the mat, pressing your right foot into the mat, and in your own way, whatever feels comfortable for you, you're going to bring that front foot back to the back of the mat into plank pose. Lowering the knees to the mat. So now you're not in tabletop, you've got the knees behind the hips. We're going to do 5 push-ups, or if you feel like doing 4 or 3, I'm not going to count them out. You do what you want to do, but it's 5 max. Remember that as you lower the floor, you're using your arms to lower the body. You're using your arms to push the body up. So not letting the hips and the belly droop down as you're going down. Try and use the arm muscles. Try and use the muscles in the arms. Use the muscles in the shoulders. Slowly lowering. Slowly pushing yourself up. Push up. Pushing, using the arms and shoulders. So when you're done, whatever's max for you, we're going to all meet down on the floor. Coming into your low cobra, elbows on the floor, hands on the floor, gazing at the floor or the mat just beneath your face, grounding through the pubic bone, lengthening through the legs. Inhale, lifting up, head, neck and shoulders, just a little bit, not a big lift. Exhale as you lower. Let the whole body drop to the floor. Let every muscle relax for a second. Bringing your hands level with your chest. Elbows are lifted. Press into the hands, coming up into hands and knees. Pushing up into downward dog. Remember, if your wrists are getting tired from downward dog, use your supports. Either you roll the top of your mat and let the heels of the hands go onto the roll of the mat, or get yourself a blanket. Don't suffer through it. Take a couple of breaths in downward dog. Inhale, look towards your hands. As you exhale, stepping with the right foot first, coming to the top of the mat. Pressing through the feet into the ground. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms down to heart center. Inhale, keep going if you can. Exhale, fold forward. Plant the hands onto the mat. Step the left foot all the way back. We're not staying here now for long. You're going to step your right foot back into your plank. Lower the knees. Push up again, whatever amount you can do. Keeping the spine nice and long. So not dropping the belly or the hips. Try and keep the movement happening just in the arms. So you keep a nice rigid, keep the spine, all the spine from the top of the spine down to the pelvis, keeping in a straight line if you can. Engaging your core muscles as well. 5 max. When you've done your 5, we're going to meet on the belly, on the floor, lying down. So coming into low cobra, I want you to really get a sense of just lifting the back a little bit, not forcing and not over lifting. Inhale as you lift, head, neck and shoulders, just a little bit. Sensing how it feels in your back. As you exhale, slowly, slowly lowering down. When you get to the floor, let everything totally relaxed. Feel your body just dropping. And then bring in the hands level with the chest, elbows off the floor, press into the hands, up onto the knees, coming into downward dog. If you find downward dog is challenging on the arms and you need to take a break, just come down into puppy pose. So puppy pose, hips over knees, walk the hands out in front. I'm doing it now on the screen if you want to see puppy pose. It's a little bit easier on the wrists. So not forcing your body to do any pose that feels uncomfortable. Inhale, look towards the hands. So we're all at downward dog. If you've taken a rest on another pose, just coming into downward dog. Inhale, look to your hands. As you exhale, bring the left foot to the top of the mat, right foot beside it. Inhale, reaching out and up, lengthening through the body. Exhale, palms down to heart center. So that was the first set with the push-ups. We're now going to do the second set, which will have the push-ups and a little bit of work on the cobra lift, which I'll demonstrate when we're at that point. Inhale, lifting up the arms. Exhale, folding forward. Hands to the mat, step the right foot back to the back of the mat. Step the left foot back into plank pose. Let the knees come down. Take a breath here, inhale. As you exhale, lowering down, pushing up. You're at your push-ups. You're going to do 5, 4, or 3, whatever works for you tonight. Remember, you're getting more tired as you go on. You count out what works for you. Keeping the elbows over the wrists if you can. Coming down onto the floor. Belly on the floor. You're facing the mat. Okay, so what you want to do is, before we do our back lift, we're going to add a little bit of extra on it. Bring your arms out with the elbows bent, palms of the hands facing the floor, and just lift the arms off the floor. Elbows in line with the shoulders. As you inhale, lift into into the cobra position with the back. Reach the arms forward so they're long, and then bring the arms back so the elbows are bent. That's 1, 2, 3, reaching. You might have to look at me doing it. Doing 5 max. Exhale, lowering down. Press the hands into the mat, elbows are lifting, pushing up into hands and knees. Downward dog. So taking a pause here, taking a breath, resting in your downward dog, or taking child's pose if you want to. It's your practice. You do what you need to do. We'll all meet in the downward dog. Inhale, look towards your hands. Exhale, stepping the right foot to the top of the mat, left foot to the top of the mat, grounding down through both feet. Inhale, reach the arms out and up, lengthening through the arms. Exhale, palms to heart center. Go again, inhale. Exhale, folding forward, bend the knees, hands to the mat, step the left foot all the way back to the back of the mat. Take an inhale. Exhale, step the right foot back to the back of the mat. On your next exhale, let the knees come down. Go through your push-ups again. Elbows are over the wrists. So you're reaching down, let your spine be long, pushing up. Not letting the belly or the chest dip down. Do whatever you can. It's getting tougher as we go along because we're doing more. Coming down to the floor when you're finished. Arms out to the sides, elbows are bent, arms are lifted off the floor. So the elbows are in line with the shoulders. Inhale as you lift. Reach the arms ahead of you and then bring the arms back with the elbows bent. You're still in the back lift. Sense how that feels in the upper back into the shoulder blades. Exhale, lower down. Hands onto the mat. Release the arms. Coming up into hands and knees. Coming into downward dog or child's pose. Or puppy pose, whatever suits you. You may sense, if you're doing downward dog, each time you may sense the leg muscles are getting a bit longer. The muscles are warming up. When you're in downward dog, see if you can draw the backs of the thighs towards the wall behind you. While you draw the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Inhale, look towards your hands. Exhale, stepping the left foot forward first, then the right. Grounding through the feet. Inhale, reaching out and up. Lengthening through the arms. Lengthening through the body. Exhale, palms to heart center. Okay, the last 2 rounds, we're nearly there. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold forward. Let those knees bend if you need to. Hands to the mat, step the right foot all the way back. Left foot stepping back into plank. Lower the knees. Whatever amount of push-ups you're able to do. Not forcing the body, but challenging the body at the same time. Count out what you can. It's good to know how many you are able to do, and then as weeks go on, you'll see progress. Coming to your belly, lying down on your belly, coming into the back lift. So arms again are out to the sides, elbows bent, arms slightly off the floor, so they're not on the floor here. Inhale, lifting into your back lift, and then reaching the arms long in front of you, and then bringing the arms back to the elbows bent. Doing whatever you can, breathing. When you've done whatever you can do, maximum 5, lower the body down. Take a moment to let every muscle release to the floor. Pushing up into your hands and knees. So we're going to try and come into downward dog. If you're taking a break from downward dog for the last few ones, see if you can come into it here, but make sure you've got support for your wrists if you need it. Toes curl under, push up into your downward dog. Now, step your feet back a little bit. Keep your hands where they are, step the feet back a little bit. Take your right foot off of the mat, kick the right leg up towards the ceiling. And then, while that leg is lifted, move your body into plank so the shoulders are over the wrists and bring the knee under the chest. Reach the leg long, inhale. Exhale into your plank position with your body and knee under the chest. I'm going to do 5 of these, if you can, whatever is good for you. And when you've done your max number, come into your downward dog again. Inhale, look towards the hands. Exhale as you step the right foot, then the left foot. Pressing into the feet. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, palms down to heart center. Last one, guys, you're nearly there. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold forward. Palms of the hands to the mat. Step the left foot all the way back to the back of the mat. Last lunge. Step the right foot back into plank. Lower the knees. Push-ups. See what's good for you now at this stage, the last of the push-ups. Breathing all the time. Coming to lie down on your belly when you're ready. Arms out to the sides. Elbows are bent. Lift the arms off the floor just a little bit. Inhale as you lift the body up. Exhale here. And then reach the arms forward and bend the elbows again. Keep breathing. 5 max. Whatever suits you. It could be 2 or 3 or 4. Feel the muscles moving in your shoulder blades, around your upper back as well. Exhale as you lower to the floor. Let the muscles totally release. Push up into hands and knees. Downward dog. Don't step your feet into your normal downward dog. Keep the feet back a little bit on the mat. Inhale, lift your left foot all the way up to the ceiling. Move your body forward into plank and bring the left knee under the chest. Inhale as you kick up. Exhale as you bring the knee to the chest. Inhale. Exhale. So we're doing 5. Whatever suits you now. You might be really tired. The last one. Stepping the left foot down to the mat in your downward dog position. Inhale, look towards your hands. Exhale, step the left foot forward, the right foot forward. Grounding through both feet. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, palms down to heart center. Okay, take a moment, take a break. Maybe take a child's pose, take a drink of water. We're not going to stop though, we're going to keep going. We're going to move on to a different exercise. So just take a moment. I'm going to take a drink of water myself. Okay. We want to keep going, keep a little bit of momentum going. So facing the long end of your mat. Feet are parallel. So hopefully you'll be able to see me. Although we're not doing something you've never done before. We're going to do warrior 2 pose. So starting off by turning your right foot to point to the short end of your mat. Left foot is turning in. Okay? Bending the knee on the front leg. And I want you to just place your hand on the inner thigh of that front leg, on that bent knee. And just to use your hands, just rub it against the inside thigh of the muscle on the thigh, just to get that thigh active. You really want the thigh muscle active. And you also want that knee directly above your ankle. I know you've heard me saying this before. Just watch it, have a look down at your knee, and just watch. Is the knee drifting off to the left or the right? It needs to be directly over that ankle. Okay, so let your body be nice and long again. You're looking towards your belly and your chest are facing the long end of your mat. You're not turning your body to face that knee. You want your belly and your chest facing the long end of your mat. And you want your shoulders over your hips. So we don't want the shoulders moving forward. Shoulders over hips, belly, chest facing the long end of your mat. So coming into warrior 2, inhale, reach the arms out. Exhale, turn your head and face the right hand. So your gaze is along the fingers on the right hand. And I want you to notice in your mind, how are those shoulders? Are they a bit tense up around your ears? Let them relax. Let the muscles in the back relax. Now bring your awareness to your tailbone.
I want you to kind of try and see if you can draw your tailbone in underneath so you get a nice long spine. We don't want a curve in the lower spine or a deep curve there. Inhale as you take your palm of your right hand to the ceiling and lift the right hand up to the ceiling. Let the left hand sit on the back of the left leg. And just looking up towards that right hand. Now keep the front knee bent. We're still in a warrior two position with the legs. I know your right thigh is burning now, but keep in it if you can. And as you take your next exhale, come back to warrior two again. Inhale here. Exhale, relax the arms. Straighten that right leg. Turn the toes of the right foot in. Turn the toes of the left foot all the way out. Getting a nice strong position for your feet and feeling those feet well connected to the mat. Bending your left knee. So check in, check all those things. That muscle on that front thigh is engaged. It's engaged all the way down so that knee is strong. That knee is not wavering around. You can look down, you can see the knee is directly above your ankle. I'm not saying it for fun, I'm saying it so that you will not injure yourself. Hips, shoulders in line. Belly, chest facing out towards the long end of your mat. Inhale, reach the arms out. Soften the shoulders. Exhale, turn and look towards your left hand. Looking towards your left hand. Notice those shoulders. Relax them. I'm watching you. So relax those shoulders. Keeping a nice strong connection to the floor through your feet, through the heels, through the balls of the feet. Back to the back of that corner of that right foot, that back foot, along the baby toe and the outer part of the heel, gluing it to the floor. Inhale, turn the palm of the left hand to the ceiling. Exhale, reaching up to the left hand to the sky, right hand on the back of the right leg. Look up towards that left hand. Keep that left knee bent, lovely and strong in your reverse warrior. Breathing. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Take an inhale here. Exhale, relax the arms. Straighten the left leg. Turn the toes of the left foot in. Walk the feet in together. Give your body a good shake up. Okay, we're going to come down onto the floor. We'll do back bend. We'll do nice flow moving, that lovely flowing moving back bend. I'll go through with you and we'll do a twist and then we'll wrap up with Shavasana. So watch how you come down to the floor, but you might be tired. See if you can come down nice and gently. Getting the bum down. So rather than kind of easing yourself down on your arms, see if you can just nice, carefully come down to the floor. So before you lie down, ankles under the knees, we're going to come into bridge, so you need to have that nice, secure leg position because you really are using your thighs in bridge pose. So easing yourself down to the floor. Arms are alongside the body, not glued to the body. A little bit of space between the arms and the torso. Now, you might just take a glance. Your legs are hip distance apart. Your knees are not dropping in. You're keeping the legs nice and evenly hip distance apart. Feeling all parts of the feet connected to the floor. So the heel, the balls of the feet, and all 5 toes on each foot connected to the floor. Relaxing that big toe. I know sometimes they like to come off the floor. So we're going to move the arms at the same time as we're lifting into bridge pose. And we're going to do this nice and slowly. So the real trial with this exercise, as opposed to the other ones we just did there,
is you want to move as slowly as you can. So taking the tailbone a little bit off the floor, and as you gradually peel the spine, you're also gradually lifting the arms, coming into your bridge pose. Nice and slowly. See if you can get the arms and the spine to move at the same pace. And when you come into your full bridge and your arms are reached back behind, exhaling slowly. You might need to take another breath as you're bringing your arms down and your spine down. But you really want to challenge yourself to see, can you move as slowly as you can. Slowly releasing vertebra by vertebra by vertebra until the last one is your sacrum and your tailbone. And don't just fly into the next bridge. Take a moment and then start again. Slowly, slowly. This is your nice scrumptious little ending piece after that strong, active little routine we just did there. Keep going, nice and slowly. And the next time that your spine and your arms are on the floor, take a pause, and then bringing the knees to the chest. Wrap the arms around the knees carefully and gently, and just rocking side to side. And feeling the muscles in your back getting a lovely massage along the floor. Letting your body come back to the center position, releasing the hands, the arms. Let the feet come on the floor, the knees are bent. We'll come into a nice twist. So letting both knees gently drop over to the left and turning your head to the right. Arms are open out to a T. Turn your head to the right, so you're looking towards your right hand. Knees dropping over to the left. And I want you to sense what sensations there is there in your body as you do this. Is there some part of your body that you can feel just a little bit of a sensation, pulsing? If there's discomfort, ease back off the twist a little bit. If there's something that doesn't feel 100% right, then just ease back off the twist. Bring the knees up a little bit. Inhale, bring the head to center and the knees to center. Exhale, let the knees gently drop over to the right. Head turns to the left. You're looking towards your left hand. Again here. Sensing the feeling as the twisting in the spine, you feel the muscles lengthening along the side of the back, particularly along the left side. Again, noticing if everything feels okay, if there's any little bit of a tingling and twinge that doesn't feel right, ease back out of it. Don't feel you have to stay in the full twist. Modify it to what feels best for you. Breathing here, breathing into the lungs. Inhale, bring the head to center, knees to center. Let the pelvis become level on the floor. And bringing both knees up to the chest, soles of the feet facing the ceiling. And get your tailbone to lower back to the floor. They were coming into happy baby pose. So try and see if you can get your lower back, your tailbone on the floor, but yet knees towards the chest, soles of the feet to the ceiling. Bring the hands either to the back of the knees or reaching them to the baby toes. And what I want you to do is, if your hands are on your toes, see, is this pulling your shoulders and your head off the floor? Because that's a lot of strain. So I want you to move your hands to the back of the knees if reaching the toes is a real challenge. Hands to the back of the knees is just fine. Draw the knees into the chest. Yeah, keep the tailbone on the floor. Soles of the feet to the ceiling. And gently rocking side to side. Lovely relaxation after a strong, energetic class. Coming to center, release the hands, feet to the floor. You may want to get an extra piece of clothing, although it's a warm night, so maybe you're fine. We're going to take Shavasana for a few minutes. So make sure you're comfortable. If you want to get an extra pillow or a blanket. Closing the eyes. Getting your body into a position that is comfortable for you. So you know yourself what works for you. But resisting a position that you habitually would be in for maybe sleeping at night. Try and not let your body return to that habitual position. Being comfortable, but trying to get your body nicely aligned. Spine is in line with the neck. Checking in with the back of the neck, the front of the neck. By gently drawing the chin towards the chest just a little bit, you soften the front part of the neck around the throat, and you bring a little bit of length along the back of the neck. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the arms, letting every muscle down your back, along the back of your torso, along the front, chest and the belly, letting all those muscles relax and release. All the muscles, ligaments and tendons around the pelvis, and around the hips, and into the lower back, softening and relaxing. Finding ease in your body. And remembering those lovely little positions where sometimes a nice big blanket or rolled blanket or cushion under the back of the thighs, that can be nice for the lower back if it's getting a little bit tight. So just getting your supports there for your body.
quietening the mind, finding ease in the body. Slowing down the breath. And letting that flow of your breath help everything to just quieten. Letting your mind just travel on the breath. Breathing in, breathing out. And allowing yourself this time. We all need this quiet time. Resisting the urge to move on in the mind. Keep yourself here on the mat for just a few more moments. A prayer from John O'Donoghue called A Blessing. May the light of your soul guide you. May the light of your soul bless the work you do with the secret love and warmth of your heart. May you see in what you do the beauty of your own soul. May the sacredness of your work bring healing, light and renewal to those who work with you and to those who see and receive your work. May your work never weary you. May it release within you well springs of refreshment, inspiration, and excitement. May you be present in what you do, and may you never become lost in the bland absences. May the day never burden, and may dawn find you awake and alert, approaching a new day with dreams, possibilities, and promises. May evening find you gracious and fulfilled, and may your soul calm, console, and renew you. Bringing your awareness back into the space. Noticing the sounds around you. Noticing the air against the skin on your face. The connection that your body is making to the earth. Gently moving fingers and toes. Bending the knees, feet on the floor. Letting the knees sway to the right and to the left, nice and slowly. Being gentle on yourself by letting the movements just gradually be introduced slowly. Bring the knees back to center. Lengthen out the legs long along the floor and then reach the arms back overhead behind you. So you get a lovely long lengthening through the body. Take a big yawn, a big open yawn, and exhale, bring the arms back down by the side. Rolling over onto your side, whatever side you want. Coming up to sit. Bringing the hands to prayer position at heart center. Drawing them into your heart center. Bowing our heads, we pay respects to each other for practicing here tonight together. Namaste.